This is Misha, Siberian cat.
こんにちは、ミシャ。ミシャちゃん。
こんにちは。
これから健康診断と possibly vaccine too?
Possibly.
できればワクチンもうちに病院に行きます。Misha, you ready? Let's go.
In you go. In you go. In you go. No, in. Oh, Mish. Oh,
Oh.
Mish. There you go. Sorry, Mish.
Sorry.
Okay, she always cries when she's in there.
飼ってる。ごめんね、ミシャ。
はい、行こうね。Let's go.
ミシャちゃん。ああ、怒ってるね。大丈夫。
So, this is Birdwort Veterinary Clinic. Birdwort 動物病院。
So we're just gonna check you out. Yeah.
We don't have this low weight whole thing.
And these guys weigh the dog before they go in, so
Scales in the waiting room. Okay.
We have this in my hospital too.
Oh yeah.
We have those.
Booked out, but I'm sure that we can.
Oh, same products.
So I will give you
same
a call
product.
back fairly soon. The number you're calling me from, is that the best number for you?
Right.
So,
How are you?
load up the computer.
Good.
Haven't seen this for a while.
Haven't seen me for a while.
Right?
you've seen me.
How are you?
Hello.
Yuka, this is Tanya.
How are
Tanya,
you?
this
Nice
is
to meet you.
Yuka. Yuka, Tanya used to be used to be our neighbour, one of our neighbours. Yes.
Hello, Mish.
Okie dokie. So, age health check. Any particular health concerns?
The funny thing is, my husband said, this is Mark being silly, he said, she's not climbing as well. And I'm going, that's because she's old.
Yeah.
Um,
But I mean, it could be a touch of arthritis, so that might be something
Right.
we want to look at.
Yeah. So no, we just want to get her I think I want to make sure that she's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
We've had recent bloods, so I might
Oh, good.
I don't
done
think-
here or?
done here. They
Yeah,
should be.
perfect. So they should be on the computer.
So,
yeah.
but I might like to have maybe a callback system of maybe once every 6 months.
Yeah, they do recommend with older animals, roughly every 6 months a blood test just to see how things are functioning.
Yeah.
She looks good.
Actually, do you want to just pop it on the scales, Tanya? Because we do have a previous weight, so that'll be a good indication on how things are going.
Come on, Mishy.
Have you noticed any change in appetite, drinking, anything like that?
She's only sort of drinking about. I think she's drinking about half of what she normally would do.
I mean, in some respects, that's not necessarily a bad thing because generally most health conditions animals get, older animals, especially cats, usually cause increased thirst. So,
Right.
3.22.
3.22. So we have got a little bit of lost weight there. Yeah. What about appetite? Any change?
No, it's not too bad actually.
Yeah.
I'm quite okay with that. Not like last time when I thought she wasn't eating well.
You don't remember me, do you?
You don't, Misha? One thing, I just got on her house a few days ago and I don't know how she's been doing before, but she's been liking to be scratched around neck. And I checked the ear inside, kind of dirty.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the ears. A lot of cats love that area anyway.
Yeah.
And it's not uncommon just to get a bit of dirt there, but yes, certainly they can get ear mites, so we'll check the ears as well, that's fine. Yeah.
She didn't like the scratch because of the itchiness from coming
Well,
out.
it could be, or it could just be that's their soft spot too. You know, a lot of animals just love that. You know, it's their weak spot essentially. What was the weight again, Tanya? 3.22. Yeah. So we've lost a little bit of weight since last time.
How much has she lost?
She was 200 grams.
Right. Okay.
230 grams. Now I'll just have a look when that was because we don't always take weights. So that was 6 months ago. Yeah.
So and that would have been coming out of winter, so she might have had more weight on her anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we're coming out of summer now.
Exactly, that's right. So it's not a significant amount. I suppose, especially if it's been over that 6 month period. If it's been the last week, well then that's a bit more different. So just monitor, but certainly I'm not overly concerned with that. Let's have a look at these blood results. So that was sort of taken. So it's probably been. Well, actually, it has been 6 months exactly.
Well, if you think she's due for those, we'll do it. Yeah, and I'd like her on a recall. Cause
Yeah. So certainly the blood picture looked pretty normal. Let me get my glasses. I can't read that screen at the moment.
I love how relaxed she is. Oh yeah.
Is she relaxing like this?
Yeah. No, she doesn't look 15.
No,
She doesn't.
quick.
I know.
My ringers are 18 issue.
Yeah.
You're gonna do.
That's better.
You're gonna do blood testing today?
So there was certainly nothing abnormal on the blood picture.
Do you think we should do one now or wait until 6 months?
Look, I mean, her weight's not massively changed. She's not drinking excessively. And like I said, there was nothing here even, let's check. Nothing, like I said, nothing even slightly abnormal. They were all in the normal range. So I don't know that we necessarily need to at the moment.
So we'll do it at the next check.
I think so, unless we find something obvious on examination. But I don't know at this stage that I'd be rushing to do the blood picture. That looked pretty normal actually.
Well, that's good. I told Misha she wasn't getting the blood
And her
picture.
thyroid function was quite normal as well, which is good. So.
She's going to nap.
Okie dokie. So no other major concerns though?
No.
Good.
What's that? What's that, Misha?
Just make a note of
Do you trim her nail at home or here?
No. I wanted you to help me trim her nails. They're too long.
At house?
Yeah.
I can do that today for you anyway.
They're really.
Yes,
They're awful.
very, very pointy nails now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hello.
Such a good patient you are.
She's got a good bed.
Lovely, that all sounds good. You saw me reach for the thermometer, eh?
So, no, I don't like this bit.
Yeah, that's right. I know what comes next, yes.
Here we go.
There it is. I'll hold the tail. Thanks. Oh yes, that's an evil eye.
Oh yeah, she can do it.
Yeah, no, that's good.
No, it's a weird feeling. I know, Misha.
Do you do that in Japan with your vet?
Yeah.
You have to hold the cats?
Yeah.
Well done, Misha.
Well done, Misha. Yes.
That's probably the nastiest thing you're going to have done today, hey? Okey-dokey. No masses or lumps or bumps or pain or anything there. She's as tolerant of having her belly poked as any animal would be. That's
I only see him once every year or so. This person's great.
I know, that's right. It's a little bit of scurf on the skin.
Right.
Now that may be sort of an age-associated thing, you know, just sometimes maybe a little bit arthritic and just can't quite get around and groom themselves as well as possible.
Right.
So, you know, just keep a little bit of a watch on that. But I'm wondering whether maybe it would be worthwhile maybe doing the bloods just to check, because the other thing that can cause this scurf is liver starting to have issues.
Right.
So it might not be a bad idea just to check that nothing's changed in that result. Yeah.
Alright.
She certainly hasn't got a massively enlarged liver, but, you know, obviously older age, you know, it could be a sort of a cirrhosis and the liver shrinking down, which
And
can
it
be more
causes
significant.
those. It's
Essentially, the liver stores vitamin A and vitamin E, which is what's in our human moisturisers to keep our skin, you know, dandruff products and whatever. So if the liver's not functioning as properly and not storing it,
Right.
then you get that dry, scurfy skin. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, so
Alright,
dandruff
no,
essentially.
no.
But like I said, it could be also, especially given most of it is around the back end, it may just be that, you know, she just can't quite get around to that end just to to groom herself. You know, the front of it's not looking too bad, but she is a little bit prominent over that spine as well. So, you know, the belly still feels like it's got some decent abdominal fat, but there is probably some spinal deterioration of the spinal muscles.
Right.
It may just be age, but I think maybe, you know, if you're willing, I think it's probably a good idea.
No, we want to
do
keep her
that,
in
yes.
tip-top health.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
exactly.
these guys will get mad at me.
Yeah, no,
Because
that's
last time I brought her in and I said we have to keep her going until they get here.
So sorry, Missy. It looks like you're going to have some blood taken.
But it's his fault, not mine.
That's right.
That's right.
We'll take you up the back so that no one else is here. It's just us nurses and vets that are the bad guys. And the other thing is, you know, if we are thinking it's a touch of arthritis or whatever, it probably doesn't hurt to know that the kidneys and liver are okay if we're looking at maybe a treatment trial of anti-inflammatories, because they can have an effect on the liver. And of course, you know, she's not in severe pain and she's quite happy to move it around, but, you know, there may be a touch of arthritis. Cats are very good at masking arthritis. And of course, there's not as much weight on those joints as dogs. But, you know, it doesn't mean that we don't treat them, you know, because, you know, there still would be some degree of pain. So.
Yeah.
And often, the first sign is that just not wanting to jump up, you know.
Yeah.
They'll often jump down quite happily, but won't want to jump up because
Yeah.
obviously it's usually the back legs that get the
Yeah.
arthritis first. So. Now, generally, I don't know, did I take bloods last time?
You did?
I took them, yeah. So I would have taken it from the neck.
Yeah.
She had some hair clipped on the neck.
Yes,
That's right. It's the easiest spot to get a decent sample in a cat, and the quickest. And with cats, it's more they don't like to sit still. So no, that's fine.
You had a fun time though because some dogs went a little bit crazy.
Oh, of course, it's always the way, isn't it? If someone decides
but no,
to bark.
she behaved really well, and you're going, she's just really chill.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But like I said, I'll probably take her out the back.
Yeah.
So you're not the bad guys, but also we've got better lighting there as well. We've got a movable light, because otherwise it always ends up in the shadow in this room. So. Oh, it's okay. Oh, no. No sneezing?
Not a lot, no.
No.
No, because we've been renovating, so it's pretty dusty.
Yeah. She's got some tartar on those teeth there.
Yeah.
And you can see especially that canine there.
She won't let me brush them.
No. Oh, look, you know, it's invariably that you probably won't.
I've got her on the total dental diet that you have out here.
Yeah. So those canines are quite loose, so it may be worthwhile considering maybe removing them. The reason I asked about the sneezing is because canines, you can see that one's, see how much that's wobbling?
Oh,
so that's probably causing her a bit of uncomfortableness. The other thing is sometimes, the reason I asked about sneezing is canines are like icebergs, so 2/3 of the tooth is actually root in the gum, and it sits right under the nasal canal. So if there is a looseness or a bit of infection up there, it often irritates the nose. So the first sign you often see is sneezing. Now, yes, of course, you know, obviously you're renovated, it's been summer, and you know, hay fever and all that sort of thing as well. But you know, you may notice that all of a sudden, if we do that, you know, all of a sudden the sneezing might disappear, and well, then it's obviously also the seasons change. So
Canines are coming out.
yeah. So, but it is a very common thing, you know, to have that as well. But they are quite loose, so I think she'd probably benefit and just scaling the other two.
Does that happen in here?
Yes.
Okay,
So once again,
I'll
the good thing is if we do those bloods,
Yeah.
you know, and then because we'd recommend the bloods prior to an anaesthesia
Yes.
anyway.
Yeah.
So if we do that, at least then we can sort of assess general function.
Yeah.
And the other thing is then probably what will happen is we'll send her home on, say, a few days pain relief once we've removed those teeth.
Yeah.
So you might want to monitor her mobility over that time.
Yeah.
And if you find that yes, it really makes a difference, well
Yeah.
then we've got you know, a little bit of something that might help with the arthritis as well.
Right.
If it makes no difference, well, it may just be she's getting a bit lazy, you know, and obviously that happens as well. But it's a good little treatment trial in that respect as well. So yeah, but I certainly think that she'd probably benefit from having those canines removed.
Does she look a bit weird?
Probably the.
I don't know.
I mean, she smiles at you, she probably would. She's lost most of those front teeth anyway.
Yeah.
The good thing is I don't think she'll need to lose the bottom canines.
She'll be able to eat her canines?
Oh yeah, I mean, very rarely do they use their canines anyway.
Okay.
And that's why they develop that. Canines are really designed to strip flesh off carcasses, and of course we don't
allow that.
Well, that's right, no one throws a carcass out to their animals, you know. So the good thing is the bottom ones look like they'll stay intact.
Right.
What can happen if we have to remove those bottom ones is essentially really the only function those bottom canines have is holding the tongue in the mouth.
Okay.
So often what happens is when they go to sleep, the tongue hangs out, looks like they've had a stroke, you know. So it's not, you know, it doesn't affect them in any way, but it just looks a bit distressing, and if you're not prepared, you know, it looks like.
So I can, I'll talk to my husband about that.
Yeah.
And we'd have to book her in.
And just a day procedure, but like I said, I think certainly what we'll do, and like I said, we'll wait for the blood results and then we can assess from there. Obviously, if there's major changes to the kidney or liver, which I doubt, but if there is, well, then we sort of reassess.
Yeah.
The good thing is the heart sounds fine. Obviously, that's the other concern in older animals is heart disease, you know, and that risk of anaesthesia. But like I said, especially given how loose they are, you know, I think, and the risk is they can lead to infection, and some of that infection can get bloodborne and lead to things like kidney disease and heart disease with that. So, you know, it's always that catch-22, you know.
We'll probably organise that, but I'll just talk to
But like I said, and certainly once we've got the blood results, we can have a bit more of an idea as well,
Okay.
So I'll get everything set up out the back for some bloods, and then I'll come and grab her.
Well done.
But I think this is a machine that makes the hot water to sanitize those instruments, which is back your side. Is there and drying up, I guess.
Yeah, so they use this water here.
And this is the
Special
baby scale.
clean water.
This is not just the water, this is distilled water, so this is very clean, not for drinking.
And they put it in here
Yep.
and make everything super clean.
Super clean, super hot. Think that tube is for throat when they need what do you call it? When they do surgery, they need to connect that tube to the anesthesia. Yes. I think that's what it is for.
Okay.
We got the needles.
Needles.
Syringe needles. Same type.
Same type?
It's not the same brand, but same size and thickness. Some treat. Cotton. Something scope.
Stethoscope.
Stethoscope. This is razor.
And that's for the thermometer, I'm guessing.
Yeah. This is put the cover and then you put the gel around that so that it can go smooth inside. This is...
Maybe don't touch your stuff.
You see the ear? This is, I mentioned before, it's the test.
And we can also rule out extreme stress because cats will shoot their blood glucose up if they're stressed as well, so
Yeah.
we're nice and chilled.
We tried to let her not know she was coming for a visit, but she doesn't like
Surprise.
being here at all, but she doesn't like the country.
Well,
We're not
I don't know
taking
about
him
at
out.
all. You didn't like the
okay.
thermometer, did you? Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, she's going, that looks weird.
Do you want me to give a hold? Good girl, Mish. Good girl, sweet. Good girl, good girl.
Lovely. Okay, let's turn you around.
We've got a koala down there. I'm going to see if they'll let me take this down there.
It's okay. I know. There we go.
I'm sorry. Got to be cruel to be kind.
Yeah, no, those ears are perfectly fine. There's no inflammation, no
She
infection.
just likes
So it's,
it.
yeah, she just likes it. You know, even on the outside, there's a little bit of dirt. You know, it's just probably dust she's picked up that's just stuck
Yeah.
there. You know,
Yeah.
it's obviously the only upright and hairless area of the body, and it
Yeah.
tends to sweat a bit, so you get a little bit of. You
And
know,
I haven't
but
been.
certainly the canals are nice and clear. There's no
Excellent.
concerns there. Which is
Good,
so
good.
yeah, like I said, I mean, it's, you know,
Sorry about
my
the fur.
dogs love it. You know, no, that's fine. So now let me just check.
She's had more brushing recently with Yuka around, particularly, than ever.
Oh, now did you want us to do the nails now?
Yes, is
Yeah.
that possible?
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fine. I might just leave that with Tanya because I'm sort of running a little
No,
bit
no,
behind,
that's
but
fine.
that's fine. I'm sure between
Yeah.
the four of you, you can manage. So,
We'll get Tanya and Yuka to do
yeah, I'm not sure. If you haven't heard from me, say by Wednesday lunchtime,
Yes.
give me a call. Now, hopefully they'll be in tomorrow.
Yeah.
But the lab is combined human vet lab, and
That's
so if
fine.
they get a rush of COVID tests, they
Yeah.
steal our vets,
That's fair
technicians,
enough.
unfortunately.
Yeah, that's all right.
And I am down at Man tomorrow, so I may not even
Oh,
have
can I
time to
have
check the
your-
No, that's
results.
fine.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like I said,
Oh.
certainly if you haven't heard from me Wednesday lunchtime,
Sorry.
text me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No use spending.
And then we can
That's
sort of
what it is,
decide
like we
from
do.
there about
Did he
dental.
help? No, that's
Yes,
fine.
yeah. I'll talk to Mark and
Yeah.
she would never do that for me.
Everyone says so.
That's why I do it this way, because I don't know. And if she goes to bite me, it won't hurt me.
Do you want a better look here?
Take one, sweet. I know, I'm going to be gentle because you're old.
Yeah, possibly got a little bit of arthritis in those hips. We're not wanting to jump up too
Oh.
much, but they're moving freely still. So. But you might notice a little bit more stiffness today after you saw the manipulation I did.
I did.
Joints might just be a little bit sore, especially after she's rested. You know,
Yes.
when she gets up, she might just be a little bit stiff. You know.
I'll
So
warn
if
her.
you see that, well, that will be an indication that there probably is some degree of arthritis.
I
there,
know,
so,
I'm
yeah.
just being gentle. Good girl. Oh, there she goes.
Oh,
That's the
The
Michelle.
redhead had to come out at some stage.
There you go, that's a Michelle. She's very chilled these days.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
She's pretty good down the back too. Hang on, I can't see that one. Good girl. Almost. Yeah, this is one. She'll probably get me up. Mum will pay you. Yeah? So will Auntie. Huh? It's okay. Oh, that one's a long one.
Yeah, show your claws for Auntie Tanya.
Yeah.
We're keeping it in the family.
Nice big talons.
Yes.
Oh, you can tell she walks funny. Good girl, sweet. Well
Done. You feel like a new girl.
I find if you put their legs behind you, you can't, and you put your elbow in. Even with dogs, it's easier.
Tuckle in.
Yep, otherwise the vets will go this way and the animal will turn around and bite you. I'm smart.
No worries. Okay, so we can go and I'll give you a call when the results come through. We'll go from there. No
Thank you
worries.
very much.
Hi, darling.
Oh.
What happened?
So he was hit by a car last night.
Oh no.
Right? He was pretty sore.
You
His
found
face is
around
all-
here?
He
Somebody
was in Lenswood. Right? So we're going to take some x-rays and see what's going on. He's definitely got a headache, suffering a concussion, but I'm a little concerned about his right wrist, so we'll take some x-rays.
Looks a bit sad.
Yes, he is.
Got any injury? I could see the eye.
Oh yeah,
blood?
yeah. Yep, so his head's all swollen and his eyes all red and lost a little bit of blood from the nose. But fingers crossed for him, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Does that mean this koala was wild?
Yeah, right.
On the road?
Wild, of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, he's a wild boy. You're okay, sweetheart.
Good luck.
Good luck.
You're okay.
And I didn't get in trouble for that.
This is Anne. This is Tasha.
Hello, Tasha.
And this is Kitty.
I'll just hold on to the camera.
What do they eat?
I
So
can't do
these
it
are
anymore.
these are
I get
ringtail
too
possums.
No, yeah,
I guess they eat leaves, I guess.
yeah.
So small.
Look at that.
So what are they in here for?
So these guys are only babies. They all lost their mums.
Oh.
So
Ooh, hello. Wait. Oh.
so I raise them,
Swap hands.
teach them how to be possums.
You're Vanessa?
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And eventually they'll get released.
And that kitty, she's quite little.
Look at them on Vanessa.
They're all siblings, possibly?
No,
No?
they're not. None of them are related at all.
Oh.
So
They've become siblings.
Nan is from Forreston. Tasha is from Mount Pleasant, and I actually haven't asked Sonia where Kitty's from.
Wasn't she Mount Pleasant as well?
Maybe.
She was Mount Pleasant.
Possum called Kitty.
They like each other, I guess.
Yeah. So they're all girls?
These
Yeah.
ones are, yeah.
Yeah.
And that, I failed
You
school.
stay there.
Yeah, but you know lots about animals, so much.
Stay there, girls.
But I understand
Come
if
on,
it's
Anne.
too much
Off to
now.
bed.
Oh,
You,
I know,
I couldn't be bothered going to school.
No, but too much to care for the
Oh,
animals
yeah.
because you do get attached and you
Thanks
end up
for showing us those munchkins.